Hi, how the fuck are we doing? Are we good? Good? Okay, good. We're gonna do my everyday makeup routine together because I've got this question so many times, and honestly, I'm just not that big of a makeup girly. Like, I love doing my makeup, but I'm not big on trying new products. Like, I kind of just do what I like, and I don't really switch it up. So I never really have been like, oh, let me do this, but we're gonna do it today, and I'm so excited. It's pretty simple. I feel like I don't do that many crazy, like, there's nothing special. Like, I don't have any secrets to anything. So we're just gonna get into this shit. I've been using this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum Crystal Elixir before my makeup, just because I don't know. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I have it, so I use it. But if I didn't have it, I wouldn't use it. And I do not use primer. I hate primer. Honestly, I feel like primer ruins my makeup, so I really don't like using primer. But if you consider this a primer, then I guess I'm using primer. But I tried the Milk Hydro Grip primer, the e.l.f. primers. I really just don't like how they make my makeup look. Sunscreen. Always wear your sunscreen. I wasn't really a believer in sunscreen, and not that I thought sunscreen didn't work, but I was just like, you've got to be crazy to think I'm gonna put sunscreen on every day, even when I don't go outside. But ever since I've started using sunscreen literally daily, whether or not I go outside, I've noticed a huge difference in my skin. So wear your sunscreen. Also, apparently it helps save your skin from the light from your phone. I like the Unseen Screen by Supergoop. If you have any good recommendations though for a different sunscreen, I like the texture of the Unseen Screen. I don't like the glow screen at all. It just really accentuates my pores, which is terrible. But the Unseen Screen just, it does what it needs to do. It's quiet. It does everything it needs to do. Normally, I would go in with my Got to Be Glued hair gel and just a little spoolie and brush up my eyebrows, but I just laminated my brows yesterday, and I have a video on how to do that at home. It's not really a how-to video. It's kind of just you guys doing it with me because the instructions tell you how to do it. You don't need me to tell you how to do it. So my eyebrows are doing their own thing. For the actual makeup, let's get into this shit. I used to be a foundation girly. I was a foundation girly through and through. I was just like, nope, I'm not a concealer girl. Like, I can't just wear concealer. My skin is not good enough to just wear concealer and call it a day. This concealer, the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, super coverage. I don't know if they make different coverages, but that's the coverage I use. This does my skin better than any foundation ever has, and I literally just, I put it everywhere. Like, I don't use this to conceal. I use this as a foundation. And I like it because it's so lightweight and it blends well. It just does everything it needs to do. And I like blending out with a brush. I don't know why, but first, do you see that? Like, do you see the coverage? Ready? And does that not make sense? It's a concealer. Of course it's gonna have good coverage, but it's so lightweight. Do you see how well that blended? And because I just painted it on with this little poofy thing, like, it's not heavy. Like, I literally don't feel like I have anything on my face. And that's big for me because I've tried so many foundations, so many concealers, so much stuff to not have to wear a heavy feeling foundation. And honestly, I haven't really been able to find one. This, like, I know you guys see that. Like, I don't have to put any more product on. I'm good to go. When I do use foundation, I like the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I think this is a little too dark for me right now though, so I'm not using it, but I've also just been loving using the Born This Way concealer. It's incredible. Beautiful. Absolutely 10 out of 10, would recommend. I don't know how long it'll last me. I've had this for about 2 months, I want to say, maybe 3 months. Then I go in with the, oh no, that's a lie. Sorry. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with a satin finish because everybody loves the satin finish. You remember when we were all up in Matte's business? Like, everybody was like, oh my gosh, we need to be matte. There's no shine. And now it's just like the complete opposite. I think that's so funny. I'm going to EDC tomorrow. I'm so excited. By the time I'm posting this, I probably would have already gone, but just so you know, right now, it's November 11th and I'm going to EDC tomorrow. Also, I really like for my concealer to sit for a little, not long enough for it to dry out, but I just like how it looks better when I let it just kind of sit on my skin for a minute. And I use the same brush for everything. Like I do not switch my brushes until it's time to do powder. I'll just bring it on my eyes, under my eyebrows, just so everything is the same color. Wow, I feel like I have never made a makeup routine, makeup tutorial. Like I remember being younger and wanting to be like Juicy Star 07 and Tati, and who else did makeup? Like Alicia Marie, I guess she did makeup, and I've never made one. Like I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but see, your nice little glow comes through. Ugh. Another concealer I really do like, I do like the Kosas concealer. It blends into your skin almost as it disappears in your skin in the best way possible. Like it just disappears, and I love that. But I haven't repurchased it. But also I'm not that into makeup. Like if I find a higher end makeup, then I'm like, yeah, that was nice, but like, oh no, my battery's gonna die. And then Maybelline, this thing, you know what I'm talking about. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, just for a cream contour. Also I do this because I have a window over there, so I get a lot of light on this side and not as much on this side. So I have to do this to kind of cover it so I see where I'm going. Like I know you can tell, light, no light. And I like to bring mine in, like in and down. I'm gonna have such a good makeup day. I can just feel it. Like I just know. I pray that I have a good makeup day tomorrow. You know when you're doing your makeup somewhere other than your house or your makeup spot and your makeup just never looks as good? I'm worried for that tomorrow because I'm getting ready at my friend's house. I love that I don't have money pieces anymore, because whenever I did have money pieces, or whenever I was like platinum white blonde, whenever I would blend my foundation in general, but especially the contour, whenever I'd blend it into my hairline, it always dyed my hair right here. Beautiful. I go through phases with cream blushes. Sometimes I feel like cream blushes really don't work on my skin just because I feel like I have bigger pores kinda, and it really sits in them and exaggerates them. So I'm not gonna do that today. That's what I do for the cream products. That's all I do. And then I'll go in with a setting spray on top of the cream. I don't really have a favorite setting spray. I really don't have a favorite anything in makeup. Like literally my makeup routine has probably been the same with different products my whole entire life. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I caved a while ago and bought this, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Spray. I don't know. I mean, it performed, but I don't know how it was supposed to perform, so I can't really say if it did what it was supposed to do. I'm looking for a setting spray that is transfer proof. Like I want to be able to give somebody a hug and get up all on them and not have my makeup come off on their shirt. Okay, let's try this setting powder. Actually, this setting powder will be a setting powder that I will repurchase time and time again. I want to try the Huda Beauty one though. I've heard really good things about that one, but this is the Fenty Beauty setting powder and it's in the shade Butter. It smells so good. And it's not a scent that's like, holy shit, it's scented makeup. It's just a subtle little touch of yumminess. And I'm a baker. I bake my under eyes. I feel like a lot of people stopped baking. Like I feel like 2016 really traumatized a lot of people in the beauty industry. And everything that happened in 2016 through 2018, makeup wise, I feel like everybody's like, if you still do that, you're crazy and you need to stop doing it. But you don't, because baking does exactly what it needs to do. I love it. And I just really lightly go in on my, under my contour and down on my cheeks, because I still like to set it. But I feel like under your eyes, it really will brighten it up if you use a little bit more. But I just tap it in with one of these little things, which also, when the fuck did we decide that these were the new thing? Like I feel like one day I woke up and on TikTok, everyone's like, if you're not using this for your powder, you're done. So I don't know, I caved and I just bought a 6-pack on Amazon. I don't know if there's better, I mean, I'm sure there's ones that are better than this, but it gets the job done. And you can wash them too. You can just pop them right in the washing machine. That was a weird way to say that. So yeah, I'm gonna let this sit, curl my eyelashes. Let me know how you guys curl your eyelashes, because I curl mine like this. Like, I don't know where I saw it, but ever since I saw it, I started doing it like that. But I know that people usually just do it like this, but that's not in my vibes. Okay, now while that's happening, I'm just gonna take a little brush and get some setting powder on it. Oh, I guess this has bronzer on it. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have a little bit of bronzer on my eyes too then. I'll do that sometimes. Not a lot of the time, but sometimes I like to do that. So I guess we did it today. But I just like to set it because I have like the concealer on my eyes and it'll crease right here. So I just like to set that. We're gonna do our eyeballs. L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I don't know why. I do not like mascara. Like, I'm an outer corner lash relier. So I kind of just put the mascara on to have it. You know what I'm saying? I just put it on. And if it happens how I want it to, it happens how I want it to. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Also, I remember back in the day, I was watching one of Tati's videos and she was putting her mascara on without like opening her mouth like that. And somebody in the comments was just like, "You're a legend for that." And I was like, I want to be a fucking legend. So ever since then, I just haven't needed to open my mouth to put mascara on. So for outer corner lashes, the Kiss brand number 11 lashes. Or I have my favorite linked on my Amazon, but I just haven't repurchased them. So we're gonna use Kiss. I always grab them from the outside because if I mess up the outside, I don't care because I don't use the outside of these lashes. And then from the inner corner, count the little clumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then cut it after the 6th one. Oh, it fell on the ground. Oh no. What a bummer. First, we must curl them. So I just take them in my curling iron. This is not a curling iron. And there's an eyelash stuck in it. And you have a nice curled little outer lash. I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese tonight. I'm not doing my makeup for Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just doing my makeup because I like to do my makeup, but that's where I'm going after this. And for anybody who's feels like they're really bad at putting on outer corner lashes, honestly, just practice. I used to be so bad at it, and looking back in high school when I thought I was good at it and I wore lashes every single day, I wore full lashes too. Yeah, I was not good at putting them on until quite a while into it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I like them today. Sometimes I'm doing this for the lighting, you guys know. Sometimes I like when my actual eyelashes poke out a little, like it kind of does one of these things. I don't know why, it just makes them look a little bit more wispy, a little bit more natural, and like, so now we're done with that. It's time to get rid of this. And I like to just take this with nothing on it, and I just tap the powder. Do you see how smooth my under eyes are? That's fucking crazy. Physicians Formula in the shade Sculpting Bronzer. I usually bring it down my neck, but that's usually just because my body is tan and then my face and my neck. Because when I tan, I always reapply my sunscreen on my face, and if I'm tanning in a tanning bed, I rarely tan my face. I used to be a blush hater. I used to hate blush, and then I finally got into it, and I was like, okay, I get what you bitches have been talking about. And I put some on my nose so I look like a cute little angel came down and gave me a kiss. Oh, this was the Revlon, I don't know what kind of blush, but it's this blush in the shade 003 Mauvelous. Wet n Wild highlighter in 319B Blossom Glow. If I could find my highlighter brush. I prefer the Wet n Wild, the same exact highlighter, but in shade 333 Golden Flower Crown, just because I like a more golden highlight than a more, this one has a little bit of a pink purple in it, and it honestly a little goes a long way. Like, it's intense, whereas I feel like the golden one kind of sits better with my skin tone. But this is the only one I have. Well, obviously I have that one, but it's so old that it's not even shiny anymore. I'll do a little. When I do bottom mascara, I always use waterproof, and I just have the telescopic waterproof because I hate when bottom mascara smudges below your eyes. NYX lip liner in the shade Brown or Nutmeg or Downtown Beauty, any of those. What I do next really varies on the day and on my vibes. So some days I'll go in with the NYX Butter Gloss in Praline or Butterscotch, and then I'll use just a lip gloss over it. I usually use the Rimmel Stay Glossy lip glosses, but I got sent the Dibs Beauty, one of their lip glosses in the shade Pink. I think it was a lip gloss topper, that's what it's called, and it's really soft. I really like it, but I just kind of do whatever. And other days I'll just go in with the gloss. But I think today I'm gonna do a little bit of the butter gloss first, just because I had like concealer and other makeup on my lips, so it's gonna be way too light if I just went in with gloss. And then one last final step. We're almost done. This is the last step. Oh, it's in the wrong drawer. Go figure. A pressed foundation powder. And I usually get a little ass brush, and I'll just go under my eyes, like right under my eyes, and kind of down in here. Oh, did I read what that was? It's the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage foundation. I'm not into super expensive makeup. Like, I'll buy it once in a while, like, you know, the Too Faced foundation, the NARS, the Charlotte Tilbury, but like, catch me wandering the aisles of Walgreens all day long. So anyway, this is the final product. Does it look good? Does it look fierce, sexy, beautiful, bold, gorgeous? That's my everyday makeup. It feels like nothing is on my face. Until I touch my face, of course, which you try not to do. And that's another reason why I like to wear makeup during the day, is because it keeps me from touching my face. It's super simple, in my opinion. I don't know. Some people would beg to differ, probably. But that's not my issue. Hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and doing my makeup with me. I liked it. You probably liked it. I mean, if you're still here, you definitely enjoyed it. So you're cool as fuck. And I hope you have a good fucking day.